Hello. We're going to talk a little bit about interpretations. There's two types of things that AP wants us to interpret, and I just want to make sure it's clear what that means. So, uh, when if we have an unknown population, we don't know where it's at. We don't know where the true mean is, but we get a sample. Say if our x bar is here, what we can guess is that the true mean is somewhere between here and here. We would have no idea where it looks like up here. And if we get another sample, it would be between here and here. Now, if I did this a whole bunch of times, sometimes we're going to get a point estimate that's too far off. And so uh, the margin of error isn't big enough to capture the true mean. And that will happen some percentage of the time. Uh, and so we're 95% confident that the true mean is in the interval that we have. That's that's how we interpret in uh, in the confidence interval. But if they just say interpret a 95% confidence interval, like they do here, they're meaning something a little bit different. So if I'm going to interpret a 95% confidence interval, just generally, what we want to say is in repeated sampling. So if we repeatedly sampled again and again, uh, 95% of our confidence intervals that are made will contain the true mean or true proportion, depending on the situation. So if they want to say, if they're just saying interpret what a 95% confidence interval is, that's saying like if we repeat this many, many times and we sample, do a confidence interval, sample, get a confidence interval, 95% of those confidence intervals will contain the true mean. However, in our interpretation for our um, for a write-up on a confidence interval, we don't want to talk about repeated sampling. If we do, we're wrong because we only have one sample. So if the interpretation in our write-up is we are 95% confident that the true mean is between blah 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 and blah blah blah. And and this is the format we should do when we're interpreting in our write-up.